Hi Kev, it's Anthony here with your DVR of your week 6 assignment. So let's just open up the session here. Right, so before we move on, I just want to say, fantastic work. Super impressed. Really sounds fantastic. Really professional. Really well judged mix. For this kind of music, this kind of drum and bass, you've really nailed it. I think it's really sounding great. Now that bass saturator you were talking about, I've turned it off. I actually I'm undecided as to whether it should be on though, because I actually quite enjoyed it. So you know, we'll come back to that in a little while. Just let me quickly check something here. Yeah, okay. So let's have a listen here. So it's focusing on a few different parts of it. Let's listen to the drums. I think this is working really well. You've really managed to get that sort of super tough, super slick sound going. I really like this reverb you've got going here, this like little room one. I wonder if maybe we could have a... Yeah, just tweak that EQ a tiny little bit, but it's, you know, it's a minuscule thing. Let's listen to the bass and the drums. So if we turn the saturator on, I think it just adds a tiny little bit of aggression that is actually quite useful. Something as well I would probably hold in reserve on this is maybe a lufticus, just in case it needs, I'm going to put that before the sidechain, just in case it needs a tiny bit of this. You might find it needs a little bit of sort of fuzziness as you bring everything else in the mix. I love all these big filter effects over the whole mix. Really good. Yeah, it works really nicely, that. Really impressed. And I know you were concerned about the bottom end, but it's actually sounding fine to me. I've listened to it on my big monitors as well, and it's actually working pretty well. I mean, it's definitely what I would say perfectly judged for the mix. You know, in mastering, it may get tweaked a little bit more, but it's certainly exactly where I would expect to pitch it in the mix. There's a couple of things I did want to take a look at. Let me just have a look. These are fine. And then we've got these like kind of synth stabs here. No, all that stuff, that's fine. Let's have a look. Mallets. That really meshes in nicely with everything else. Let's have a look at this. Now this, I think you just got to keep an eye on the transients on this. And what I'm going to do is just pop in a little bittersweet. And just... I'm actually going to try it before this rack. Let's try it on the way into that. So I'm just trying to make it a bit less snappy. And I definitely think that that's something that's worth looking at. Now this is the one thing in the mix, really, this lead buzz track that kind of jumped out a bit at me. And I think this is as much a mix issue as it is the choice of sound issue. Now the thing about this is, at the moment it jumps out of the mix a touch for me, because it's so bright and modulated. So, I mean, we could back off this a bit. We could even back off a bit of this too. Maybe just flatten that out a touch. But I think the problem is that it moves so much, it oscillates the filter so much in the reactor sound you've used. But like I was saying, that lead buzz sound, you've really got to watch out for that. And I think it might be worth going back and investigating the sound itself, just to see if you can get something going that maybe moves a little bit less on the filter. But other than that, like I said, I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. Really, really great. So I'm going to save this and send this back to you with the DVR video. But yeah, Kev, honestly, really brilliant. Super impressed. So well done, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.